Gemini. I hope you guys are doing just peachy. So I am going to pull some cards at the end of your reading. And I'm going to do a pendulum question. So make sure you have a question at the end of the reading, a yes or no question. It could be maybe as well, because Taurus, I had to do two for Taurus, two questions. They got a maybe. So just get a question ready for the end of the reading. So Gemini, I was getting the song Stronger by Kelly Clarkson, and it gave me chills because it was so powerful the way it came in. It's like, you got me dead wrong. Like, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Stand a little taller. Doesn't mean I'm lonely when I'm alone. I feel like something in your life has ended. Definitely, if you're going to resonate with this reading. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a romantic relationship. This could be like, maybe you lost a job, or, it's like somebody did you wrong in some way, or left you out in the cold, or maybe you had to walk away from something, is the way that it's coming through. And I feel like you had to go through a process of like we've got goblins here and education. And goblins are like the shadow parts of ourselves, right? Like the fear that can arise from life experience. And education talks about, like, we can't read about everything that we go through in life and understand those emotions. We have to, life is our educator. Like, sometimes you just have to live through things to fully understand the way something feels. And I feel like you went through something where it was like a feeling that you'd never known before. And it felt deep. Like, some of you maybe had gone through like a dark night of the soul, or felt a little depressed for a while, felt kind of lonely, or like defeated in some way. And I feel like Spirit is saying, like, you're coming out the other side. Like, they're really highlighting the light that is shining through. Like, you've went through this period where you really had to take a look at things inside yourself and work through a lot. Because we've got solitude here as well. In silence, peace prevails. And stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. I feel like you have found this inner strength that you maybe didn't even know you had until you went through this. It's like maybe you've read about strong people in books, or like people who have gone through intense situations in their life. And it's like you couldn't fully grasp it. You couldn't fully understand it, even if it was fascinating, until you went through it. And it's not fun. It's not a great thing, but it's like it makes you a different person. It's almost like you're a different person on the other side of this. And there's this light that cannot be put out because it is solely yours. It is a strength that you have found in, like, a light that you have found within yourself in a dark moment. And there's this, like, she's looking into this reflective pool. So I feel like you've done a lot of reflection. I feel like you've, because I was getting, before I got the Stronger song by Kelly Clarkson, I was getting Once Bitten, Twice Shy by Great White, which is an old classic rock song. And Once Bitten, Twice Shy, it's like the way they were giving it to me, like, one person could get bit by a dog and they're gonna know, I don't want to mess with that dog is mean, I'm afraid of that dog. Other people might take that situation and be like, I do not like dogs. I don't trust dogs in general. Some people are very, they go through something and they go to the extreme. And I feel like you're not doing that. It's like, I'm taking this situation, I'm reflecting on it. I feel like a lot of you have already done this. I'm taking the wisdom from it. There's this owl here. And I'm stepping into power. Like, I know that whatever life throws at me now, I can handle it because I got through whatever this was. And it's interesting because we've got the upper world here and we have soul retrieval. And the soul retrieval is like, there are pieces of ourselves that we lose along the journey of life. Like that childlike innocence that we're born into the world with, right? We lose parts of that because of things that we go through in life, situations and relationships and different things. And this is like, it is being returned to you, this part of yourself. And it's like, it feels more than that. It's like in this returning of this part of your soul, it's like when it's coming back together, it's just like this huge, it feels huge for you. And it feels like it's, because they're showing me like if something had shattered into pieces and you glued it back together, it's not like that. It's like it's fused. It is stronger than it ever was, is the way that they're showing it to me. I feel like a lot of you, yeah, it's like you've gone through a major transformation as well. Like, oh my gosh, it's so interesting because just yesterday, Gemini, and you guys might find this weird, but I don't believe in like coincidence, and I think I believe in a lot of messages that I get from Spirit. And I love moths. And this is I'm just getting this. Maybe it came through for your reading, Gemini. I found this moth. It almost looks like a bumblebee, right? And I found it like right by my front door. And I put it over here with my gemstones. With my Jimmy gems, I feel like a lot of you could be seeing signs and synchronicities in your life as well, that Spirit is like, keep moving forward, like keep going, Gemini, like you're headed in the right direction. Because you've also got the temple path and you have the world here. I feel like it's funny because you got the world here, which is also about expansion and opening up and seeing, like, your lens of reality is expanding and you're seeing things in a new light. Your perspective has changed because of what you've been through, and you have the ever unfolding rose card cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you. I feel like something has cracked you open, cracked open your vision, cracked open your perspective on life. And I feel like they're giving me like there's a reason for everything. Like there's like even things that seem pointless, there's a reason for that. Even things that hurt, there's a reason for that. It's like you're seeing things in your life from a whole new perspective. Like, I know why that happened now. I know why this or that had to be that way. Like maybe you went through a period where you were like, God, universe, Spirit, source, I don't understand why this situation has to be this way. I don't know why it has to end. I don't know. I don't understand. I feel like there was this almost like a rock bottom period where you were just like, show me, because I don't understand. Explain this to me. Educate me, because I don't understand. And I feel like they they opened you up. It's funny, there's a book here. She's got it cracked open, and there's this like winged being. I don't know if you'd want to call that a fairy. Maybe some of you are interested in fairies, but there's a fairy that's flown out of this book. There's a heron on this card as well. I've got, not that deck doesn't explain that, but I have another book that has the heron in it. I wonder if that'll come out when I pull, because I'm going to use this feather deck at the end of your reading. The heron encourages you to embrace your unique path. Let go of the pressure to conform to unwritten rules that may be keeping you stuck. As you begin to study yourself and find a different way around an old and familiar pattern, you will feel more certain that you can indeed stand on your own in this way. Your unique viewpoint can assist others in resolving issues and can help bring harmony. The power of the heron urges you to look into your surrounding world and reflect with a patient and loving heart. Let go of judgments and allow your personal path to unfold. It's a card of self-reliance, balance, and choice. I now embrace and accept my true life's purpose. I feel like that card talked about, like I said, there's something about you reflecting and seeing things very differently. That's really powerful. I'm glad I looked that up. And you've got the heart guardian here. Love and let yourself be loved. And winter, take care of your needs. So even though we are coming out of winter in the northern hemisphere, Gemini, like this is a period of winter for you. And it's like you have to put yourself first. You have to love yourself first, is coming through very strongly. Like this is a guardian angel with the heart guardian in this deck. And it's like basically saying, like, I feel like you're going through a process where you're loving yourself differently. You're seeing yourself differently. You're seeing your life differently. I feel like you are loving yourself more. There is something about solitude and putting yourself first. There is no shame in putting yourself first, because nobody else is going to do it for you, right? Like everybody else, and that's the thing, because we think, oh, that's selfish. Like there's so many other people in the world who are too focused on themselves and worried about themselves, and that can have a negative energy attached to it, right? Like there are narcissists, there are, selfish people out there, but it's not selfish to have balance and to, like, you have to put yourself first. Like you have to put your own needs first because nobody else is going to. So I feel like that may be something that you've learned in this process as well, and that's where that strength is coming from. It's like I get this like new respect for yourself, and I feel like you're stepping into like the world, and then we have leap here. You go first, the universe will catch you. So this is like the Fool card, and it's like I feel like you are opening up to something new, to a new path, maybe even to a new sense of self. Like you're seeing yourself in a new way and you're stepping into life differently. And I feel like it could threaten people around you, and that's not your problem. 1414, when I just looked up, which is 5-5. This is also a 5. Yeah, there's something about, this card breaks down to a 5. Breaks down to a 14, which is a 5, this upper world. 5s are about change. They bring a little bit of chaos with them. They bring forward movement. They bring manifestation of new paths, new opportunities. I feel like you are starting to open up, and you're seeing, because your vision has changed, there's this like, wow, there are new possibilities for me. Like maybe you were in a situation for a long time and it was painful when it came to an end, but you're reaching this point where you're like, wow, I might actually be happy that that came to an end, because I have all these new possibilities opening up to me, like, and these can make me so much happier. Like maybe you were holding on to something that should have come to a close, so Spirit closed it for you. Yeah, I feel like whatever this was for you, it was like a huge learning experience. Let's pull some Divine Feather Messenger cards for you guys, and then I'll do your pendulum question. 1555 when I just looked up Gemini. One of these flipped over. I got the duck. Find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. Yeah, we can see that in the temple path. This talks about moving towards your spiritual purpose. You've got like all these lights on this card. Like you're headed toward sorry, I'm flipping you off. You're headed towards this divine temple. It's where you're being guided, you're being led. There's these lights. This is Spirit lighting your way, guiding you. We've got the turkey, which turkey always reminds me of Thanksgiving. Like it's time to give thanks. It's time for a harvest. So it says, honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. And we have the crow. Universal laws and truths are now being revealed. Use this energy to create your reality. That feels like that world card and like opening up the expansion. All right. Get your question ready, Gemini. All right. Yes or no for Gemini for their question. Yes or no for Gemini spirits. It's a yes. All right, Gemini, that is what I have for you. I am sending you lots of love. I am wishing you all the best. Until next time, bye.